Nowitzki became the 6th leading scorer in NBA history last night, passing Wilt Chamberlain. Nick, how impressive has Dirk's career been?
Somehow he's become underrated. 6th leading scorer ever, top 20 guy all time, regular season MVP, finals MVP, greatest European player ever, and proved that you can win a title with a European player as your best player on your team. Like, this is only Hakeem is a better foreign-born player in NBA history and changed the way, as you pointed out, basketball's played to a degree.
Yeah, absolutely. Spreading the court, either a 4 or a 5, changed the way guys play, changed the way younger players are trying to develop. It's been a great story with him playing there in Dallas, too. That's the best place, even more so than maybe San Antonio for international players, that they cultivate that talent there.
Good for original stretch four.
Moving on to the Warriors now. They lost to the Spurs last night, mainly due to a tough shooting night for both Steph and Clay. Warriors now tied with Denver for the 1 seed in the West. Nick, is this a big deal?
It's a bigger deal, I think, for San Antonio than for Golden State. Listen, Golden State was without Boogie. It's KD's first game back. Clay was really bad, and Steph was off, like by his standards. Great defense by the Spurs. But the Spurs had the rodeo road trip that they have every year, and they went in a swoon. Now they've won 9 straight. Now they are climbing the standings. They theoretically could get the 3 seed when it's all said and done. Certainly could get to the top 4 line. The Spurs rounding into form at the exact time we expected.
Golden State, before tonight, we thought they were rounding into form too. So let's not overreact. They were cold shooting. And when you don't have KD, these are the things, and you don't have Boogie, these are the things that you're worried about with them. Iggy's not going to score a bunch of points. Draymond, you can't lock him in the gym and him score 20. I have to see, Dusty, look it up, see if he scored 20 this year. So, you know, like.
And KD's first game back, he's not going to be totally himself. And so that's the no Boogie and the cold shooting. It's tough for them.
All right, the Celtics continued their up-and-down season, losing to the Nuggets last night despite 30 points and 4 steals from Kyrie Irving. Boston now the 5th seed in the East, 1 game back of the Pacers. See, what do you make of the Celtics with 11 games left in the regular season?
And this has been the story of the season. Like, we've been waiting for last year's playoff team, plus Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving to show up. Gordon, late in the season, gave us a couple of flashes that potentially might get back to this form in the next couple of years. Kyrie's had a good year, but man, they've been inconsistent. More talented than last year, but not the chemistry, not the ball movement, not the help defense. No, and Brad Stevens too. Let's not forget him when we talk about the Celtics being up and down. Brad Stevens, the most talented team you've ever had. You didn't get the best results out of them, buddy.
And listen, Denver's an excellent team, but you're at home. You're supposed to be at least on par with the Nuggets.
Yes.
You're a favorite in the game, and the Nuggets control this game. I know you don't have Gordon Hayward, but Kyrie goes for 30, and Jason Tatum was not good. That's a concern for them. Listen, this is who the Celtics have been all year. We got 11 games left. They've been in 4th or 5th all year. They're going to finish the year in 4th or 5th. Maybe they'll turn a gear in the playoffs, but we haven't seen that in this regular season.
All right, moving on to the Lakers. Among the team's many issues this season, play calling, rotations, minutes, falls under the responsibility of head coach. According to reports, if the team moves on from Luke Walton, that guy, Doc Rivers, might have interest in the job. Rivers has spent the last 6 seasons coaching the Clippers. Nick, what's your reaction to the report?
And Doc Rivers is known to be able to finagle his way into a situation he wants to be in, but this would be a hard finagling. Signed an extension 10 months ago in May of 2018. We're in March of 2019, and that extension is for more than $10 million a year, and it runs through the 2021 season. So 2 more years after this one. Now, if he is able to get free, if the Lakers could trade a future first or some type of compensation, the way the Clippers were able to acquire him when he wanted to get out of Boston, trading away a draft pick, this would be a no-brainer. Listen, I like the idea of the Lakers hiring Ty Lue. I know that model works, but Doc Rivers is a proven championship coach that is as well respected as any coach in the league. He's obviously not Pop or Carlisle as far as accomplishment, but he is as well respected as any coach in the league. To me, this would be a no-brainer. If the Lakers could get him, this would be the 2nd best acquisition they could make this summer after a star player.
I believe it's going to be hard to get him. I asked the question, why would Doc leave? Why would he leave the Clippers, just signing an extension? It must be to coach LeBron James, because I think that the chemistry him and Jerry West have in that front office and getting this franchise turned around, because what Doc is doing right now in LA is spectacular. I mean, they're not really, really talented, but every night he has that team prepared. I've always thought that Doc Rivers was one of the better coaches in the league. His biggest problem was when he took over all the basketball operations and he traded for his son, he started getting criticized for those types of things. So besides that, people don't question his basketball IQ, and being a champion. So, man, this would be a tremendous get for the Lakers if they were able, Magic was able to get him away from Jerry West, because there's a serious competition between Magic and Jerry West and the Clippers and the Lakers, who both call home Staples Center.
Oh, well, and there's another competition this summer between the Lakers and Clippers for the services of Kawhi Leonard. And Doc Rivers switching sides could be I don't want to say the deciding factor, but certainly a factor. When we're talking about why would Kawhi pick the Lakers over the Clippers, one of the first things we mention is the coach.
Yes.
We know the Clippers have a great coach. We don't even know who the Lakers coach will be next season. So if you all of a sudden subtracted from the Clippers and added to your team, that would be an enormous gap. I just think it's hard to do. Steve Ballmer is not in the business of letting people push him around. He's one of the richest men in the world, and so he's not going to have any problem paying Doc Rivers. He's made Doc Rivers reportedly one of the 2 highest paid coaches in all of basketball. Signed him to an extension, so it's very difficult. Stuck with him. Absolutely. When things got rough for them, and kept his salary super high, even when he removed some of those responsibilities.
Yeah, I just don't see. Because for me, I've had a lot of bosses in life. And to me, it's important what my boss thinks about me and that I can trust him. I know that Doc, in the rapport he has there, can he have the same type of trust with Jenny Buss and Magic and Pelinka? Right. And learning all those relationships over. Now, I don't know, maybe behind the scenes, there is a relationship between Doc and Irving. That's the only way I see. And then the caveat with LeBron being able to coach him. If I'm gonna be coaching that long, might as well coach LeBron James. I'm in the same city. Right. Don't have to move residencies, everything. It would be a great get by the Lakers, Nick.
The only other part of this that raised a red flag, because listen, Peter Vesey reported this, and Peter Vesey doesn't tend to throw this type of stuff out there if there's not at least some smoke there. Is Doc concerned that what he's hearing amongst league circles is that the Clippers aren't going to be a sought-after free agent destination this summer? They have all this cap space. They have all this availability, because if they are going to get Kawhi Leonard, if they are potentially going to get 2 max guys, people have talked about if Kevin Durant could possibly come there, then I wouldn't think Doc would even entertain the option of going to the Lakers. So this story piqued my interest for a number of reasons.
All right, let's take a break. Coming up, Hall of Fame enshrinee Ed Reed joins the show.
Let's do it, man.
Hey, Ed, how are you? That's next on First Things First. Nice to see you again.
How are you? I'm really good, man. No complaint.
What's going on, baby?
Up, big brother?
Come on, man.
I can talk now?
You can talk a little bit. You actually grabbing the Hall of Famer because you ain't won yet.